Hey guys, this game was provided to me by my partner PlayAsia. If you'd like to buy the game, you can use one of the links below, and for an additional $3 off, you can use the code R3D. Now, back to the video. Hello guys, this is Red from Red's Third Dimension Gaming, and today I'm bringing you a review on Atelier Lydie Suelle, the Alchemists, and the Mysterious Paintings. GUST's annual release of the Atelier series is now available for 3 consoles: the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation Vita, and the Nintendo Switch. The last couple of years have been a roller coaster of a ride. In Atelier Suelle, we had some terrible innovations, but in Atelier Lydie, we were introduced to bigger worlds and a fun way to play the game. Now, in Lydie Suelle, we have magical paintings and more of the same. In the kingdom of Atelier, we find 2 young twins living in the small town of Merville. These 14-year-old girls have very different personalities. Lydie is sweet, but also, at many times, she can be an airhead. Suelle is a little bit more of a tomboy and can be mischievous. Suelle tends to throw more fits and gets angry more easily. Watching these two in the game's dialogue scenes is always fun and entertaining. The story is all about making the girls' tiny atelier better and more profitable than ever before. Their poor father's atelier cannot even pay to put food on the table every single day. With these hard times, the sisters are closer than ever before. A typical day in Lydie and Suelle's lives consists of taking small requests from the townsfolk. However, while they were synthesizing one day, the girls heard a strange voice coming from their basement. Even though their father forbade them from ever entering the basement, the girls' curiosity gets the best of them, and they explore it. They looked at a mysterious painting, and before they knew it, they were pulled inside another dimension. This is the beginning of our adventure, as you'll fight monsters, gather new items to synthesize with, and travel across many diverse worlds in several different paintings. The story for this game is simple and decent. It wasn't anything too exciting, but it was much better than Atelier Suelle. However, it wasn't as intriguing as Atelier Lydie. Gameplay is still progressing in this aging series. Players can form pairs, which is 2 characters, and use combination arts, which are ultimate attacks. This can make for a deadly duo. Because we have pairs, players can now use up to 6 party members in a battle. The battle system is turn-based, which is hard to find in RPGs nowadays. During a fight, you still have follow-up skills too. These are really helpful and can turn a battle in your favor. Something new that GUST has added in this game is that you can have either Lydie or Suelle perform a battle mix action. Once a player finds the Arceus Anima in one of the painting worlds, he or she will be able to use this command. This allows for one of these twins to perform a synthesizing action during battle. However, you can only use specific items to create new items with battle recipes. You can receive these battle mixes as rewards for certain requests and through books. Other battle mechanics that are returning are stand-in defenses, when a player takes a hit in Lydie or Suelle's stead, giant bosses, and the aforementioned follow-up attacks. I forgot to mention that there is also fishing in this game, but I don't really care for fishing. If you like fishing, it's in this game. It seems like Koei Tecmo is pushing for this to be a must-have in the games that they publish. I have no idea why. This is just what they seem to be putting in every single game. They must have fishing. Lydie and Suelle's adventure seems to be more focused on the synthesizing rather than the action part of the game. So if you really love synthesizing, then this will definitely be one of the best Atelier experiences for you. I am more of an adventurer and found those elements better in past games. In addition, I'm still not a fan of the newer synthesizing technique. You have a grid and you have to decide where to put the ingredients. I just want synthesizing to be easier and simple. Synthesizing feels easier than Atelier Suelle though, so that's one positive. Many characters return in this 3rd entry of the Mysterious series. Some of the returning characters are Lydie, Plethora, and Suelle. There are also a lot of new characters. While we have many new and returning characters, I hated the NPCs in this game. In previous games, you could go around and talk to everyone. In the latest entry to this series, there won't even be an option to talk to the town's several patrons. It's a shame because I actually look forward to this interaction in these games' towns. So you can talk to some people, but about half of them you can't even talk to at all. In past games, you used to be able to talk to every townsperson. The relationship of the twins is what really carries the game, as they are entertaining to watch in dialogue and special scenes.
よし来た。細かい調整は面倒だから最大火力で。なんか焦げ臭い。ああ、火ついた。洋服に火がついた。消して消して。落ち着いて、今消すから。うわ、なんかこぼしたかっそ。なにこれ。やっと消え。釜から煙出てる。スーチャー。もう匂いが取れない。なんか釜がボコボコいってる。これは爆発する。結局徹夜になりましたな。ちゃんとできたからよかったけど。目がしょぼしょぼする。あとはこれを届けるだけだよね。依頼人はと、教会のシスターに鍛冶屋のおじさんか。ふむふむ。じゃあ今から届けに行っちゃおうか。動いてないと眠っちゃいそうだし。
This game also allows you to switch characters from the Atelier special menu. So in your main house menu where you save, you can change clothes, you can change soundtracks. Well, in this menu, you can also change which girl you're playing as. In past games, you either started the game as one perspective or the other. You didn't get both, which this is cool because you just get both right away. It may lead to less playtime because you don't get the other person's perspective when you change the games. These girls are always usually together. The best news of this whole thing is both girls are interesting in their own little ways. Graphics for this game are a big miss for me. Majority of the game runs at a sketchy 20 frames per second or less. It has a hard time even hitting 30 frames per second on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I know Dynasty Warriors 9 had a rough time, but this game runs worse than Dynasty Warriors 9. Environments and people are very bland. This isn't a graphical issue, but there are some areas in the town where you'll see open doors and townsfolk, but you can't go in and talk to them or shop at that specific area, which that really makes me disappointed. It seems like this game is rushed, and it looks and runs worse than previous entries in the series. If they took 2 years to work on one of these games, I'm sure it would have turned out much better, graphically speaking. Overall, this game has many cool new features added to its gameplay, but it runs into many problems too. It has a decent story and battle mechanics, but it's nothing spectacular and doesn't really stand out. The graphics in the game are worse than some of the previous entries, and it seems to have a hard time running on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I also feel like the world is smaller and not as grand as the Immerse universe. Overall, I'm going to give this game a 6 out of 10. So let's give it a 6.6. I was going to give it a 6.5, but I feel like I should be a little more generous. So let's go to 6.6. It's not a 7 for me. We'll give it a 6.6. In my opinion, this game series is running out of steam. I'd suggest waiting for a price drop or picking up the really well-made Immerse game. The Immerse game was really fun, and if you haven't tried it yet, that one is really worth it. I'd pick that game up, or if you want this game, I would wait for a price drop. In my opinion, it's not worth $60 or $50, whatever it's selling for at day one. I'd wait for the price to drop to $30 or less. So if you can get it for $30, I'd pick it up. If you really want the game and you would like to help support my channel, you can use the PlayAsia link below or the Amazon link. You will get an additional $3 off if you use the code R3D on playasia.com. And finally, I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons for this month: Yo-Yo Mongo, Art CMB DIA, Mike Shadow 24, and finally, Snizzy Snaz Bullets. Thank you guys for being my patrons. If you would like to become a patron and help support my channel, you can go to patreon.com/R3dgaming and you can donate $1 or more. All the money goes back into the channel and it helps me not have to rely on ads because ad revenue is really bad right now. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget the thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. Check out more gameplay on my channel for this game. And again, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next review.